Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we have battle 1 of our Angelo set. Our opponent is using a Cricketune for Alligator, Swellow, Skizzer, Manectric, and Blaziken. And I know Blaziken is Ubers and all, but it's fine. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, this is battle 1 of our Angelo the Honchkrow set. You can see the name right there. So we'll see how we can go. We have a big string of success so far with these battles, so let's hope we can continue this momentum with this battle 1. In terms of teams, I know Cricketune is probably the lead, let's be honest here, because they usually set up rocks and whatnot. And so I choose to lead off with either Rotom or Tungsten the Steelix. And I believe I end up choosing Tungsten because, you know, what can Cricketune do to a Steelix? You can argue Kenmore was probably another great option, choice scarfing it thing, getting rid of its sash, but you know, I think Scarf is going to be very useful in this battle, especially against a Blaziken with speed boost. So we do opt to go for Tungsten first and keep Kenmore in the back for starters. Yeah. So let's begin the battle, shall we? Let's see what our opponent leads off with. He does lead off with Sigata, the Cricketune, and we lead off with our Tungsten, of course. Yeah, and so obviously turn 1 he's going to use either Sticky Web or Taunt because he is Sash. He is also faster. I am min speed, min speed Steelix, so he is going to go first, and he does Taunt. I do Gyro Ball predicting this because I need to snap its Sash anyway, so Gyro Ball is going to do a big chunk of damage again because I am min speed, max defense, so this is my defensive wall of the team, the Steelix. And so because I still have my Sturdy and it's still Cricketune, what can he do? So he's going for his webs now, and I'm just going to go for Gyro Ball again and just do a chunk of damage again. It's a 3-ko. If I had attack investment, I'm pretty sure that would have been a 2-ko, but because we don't, it's a 3-ko. And so now, don't know what's coming up next. We do know it has X Scissors, these things, but I don't know what else. And also, I need to get rocks up. I don't want to lose the speed here because Swellow and Manectric are both very fast, and Blaziken once it gets a speed boost. So I do go out into E-Tech to spin away those webs. I also know Bug resists, or Fighting resists Bug, I think. But he ends up having Sing and lands that 55% accurate Sing, so we are asleep, sadly, but that's fine. We are the Technician set. You can see Technician Life Orb, 4 moves. Quite powerful for a Hitmontop actually. He does go for a Taunt here. Very interesting move, probably predicting rocks with Hitmontop. And it's also a weird play too because he knows that he is faster because of webs. And he just opts to stay in and go for X Scissor just to do as much damage as possible. And you can see, yeah, Fighting does resist Bug, and I think Bug also resists Fighting, so they cancel each other out. And we do see it is a 4-ko on this fully offensive Hitmontop here. Yeah, Cricketune still hits hard. I wish I'd seen a SD, because I think SD would probably 3-ko, if not 2-ko. But, you know, I think 2-ko is pushing it. And we are just keep on clicking that Rapid Spin, because we do have to get rid of that webs as soon as possible. And fortunately, we do get 3 turns of sleep, but we do hit our Rapid Spin this turn, so we do knock out Cricketune, but we do lose Hitmontop in this exchange. So I think realistically the battle is at neutral. It's at 50-50. No rock. Yeah, no rocks are on the side of the field, or on their side of the field, excuse me. So you know, everything's at neutral. We do lose E-Tech. That's a big priority. We did lose against a fast team like this. But we send out Tungsten just because Tungsten was our lead. So what is the consequence of going into Tungsten again, you know? So out comes the Skizor. And unless Skizor has Brick Break, he's probably going to click U-turn. And so we just click Rocks here. Because why not? Why don't we click Rocks, right? He's probably also thinking we're going to switch too, because Steelix can't really touch Scizor unless we have Fire Fang, which we don't have Fire Fang. And so I don't know what he sends out next here. I do think it's either Blaziken or Feraligatr. Probably Feraligatr, I think. Yeah, so out comes that Feraligatr, and we do set up our rocks for free. So we are starting to limit the switch-ins on that Swellow. So that Swellow is That Swallow is a big threat now. Swallow is a big threat. Facade Swallow with Brave Bird, Gut Boost, all that stuff. You've seen it before. You've seen the damage it can do. It is very powerful. So we're starting to limit its switch-ins. We do know a D-Dance is coming, so I'm contemplating on just exploding so I can get another switch-in. But I also can click Earthquake here, and this is fully defensive. So I know I can live one, not maybe two on a min row. Here comes that D-Dance, so he's at +1 for Alligator. And we are clicking Earthquake, doing a chunk of damage for Alligator here. It will be about a 3-co. It's about a third, little less than a third. And we are almost full at Sturdy. So well, we can live one hit. We can live, yeah, we can take 2 hits though, regardless. I think still. Yeah, for Alligator is very scary right now. +2/+2. No, +2 attack, +2 speed with the Life Orb, Sheer Force, Waterfalls are going to be destructive. But good thing we have Earthquake here. Doing another chunk that was a little higher row, so it is in that 3-co range right now. And we are at Sturdy. So we do get to, we know the item is Life Orb, so we're not really exposing any item per se. Here comes that Waterfall. Of course, we have Sturdy, so we are going to live at 1. And we are going to get the Earthquake here, and fortunately for us, we do land a critical hit. So, you know, I don't know. I think that crit mattered because it could have been a low row and you lived on 1, and then I would have gotten swept by that for Alligator. But also, I don't know. Maybe if we got a high row on the Earthquake, we would have knocked off for Alligator regardless. So I don't know. I think the crit was important. Maybe wasn't important, but I'm appreciating the crit regardless. Scizor comes out, and on the off chance he goes for a U-turn and I live, on a very, very slim off chance, on a very, very low row, I do just click Gyro Ball because I have min speed. So I figure why not? Whatever comes in is going to take a very powerful stab Gyro Ball. But no, fortunately we don't, and unfortunately we don't, and Tungsten does go down here. And we get the switch initiative now, so we can switch in on basically whatever he decides to come out with next. So out comes that Swallow, very scary Swallow, taking 25% from rocks, and he's going to activate his Flame Orb this turn. So very scary. We're going to see us right now. We're deciding what we want to send in, because that's a very scary mod right now. We do have our Scarf Manectric that does outspeed. But then again, he does have Manectric with that Lightning Rod in the back, so Rotom is a little risky pick. You gotta play the odds basically. Honchkrow does have Sucker Punch, so I do think that's quite obvious. Mismagius does not outspeed, I think this is what I'm doing here. I'm like running a little speed calc on my Dex app. And then, well, Clefable's just gonna get walloped by it. So here we do ultimately send out Rotom Wash here. And again, we are Scarf. And because I know that Manectric is in the back, I am going to click Hydro Pump instead. Not Volt Switch. No, don't click Volt Switch. Click Hydro Pump. Click Hydro Pump. There you go. Click Hydro Pump. And so he switches out. No U-turn on Swallow. And out comes Manectric. So we do predict correctly of that Manectric coming in. This takes a little chunk of rock damage. And we do miss the Hydro, unfortunately, here. We do opt to click for it again, just because we are Scarf and Manectric isn't the fastest thing on the field. We can knock it out with Sucker Punch after with Honchkrow if we so choose. So we do just click Hydro, and if this thing does outspeed us, we know for sure it's Scarf and it doesn't have that killing potential like my Manectric has, like Raikiri has. And we do see he does outspeed, so it is in fact a Scarf Manectric, and we do land our Hydro this time. And we will knock out Manectric here. Quite shocking to be honest with you, but then again, Hydro Pump is a very powerful move. And Manectric is not the bulkiest of doggies in this game. What comes out next? Scizor comes out next here, and still taking a chunk of rock damage here. We do know that U-turn is coming. I didn't want to also risk taking the, what do you call that? I didn't want to miss the Hydro Pump. So I am here thinking, like, what do I want to do here? The way that was sent in, it tells me it may be banded. Like, I don't know, just the way it was sent in, it just looks like it's banded. and he's also just clicking U-turn a lot. So I don't know, we could argue, I could have just stayed in Hydra, but if I miss, I probably would be in a little more precarious position. This is also a risky play, sending in Honchkrow, because Honchkrow again is not the bulkiest mon at all either. But we do in fact live on 12, surprisingly. I don't know, again, I don't know if that's banded. We don't see Lefty's prop, but then again, he's been switching out so much, so we don't really know that. Swallow is now at minus 50% HP plus the burn damage, so it's a little under 50. And now we are playing a little game of Sucker Punch or Brave Bird, playing with Swallow, because Swallow does outspeed us now, and also has quick attack, so we are also fishing for that quick attack. But I do go for Sucker Punch, and Swallow actually has the default, not the Scizor, so I'm thinking it's safe to assume Scizor has that offense role in his team. But then again, he is slowly wasting Swallow's killing potential with Brave Bird or Facade. But we see, what do we see? We see Protect, Defog. That's it. Alright, I think that was it. I do click Sucker Punch again, thinking what he's going to do now. No, okay, here's the Protect now. So Protect, Defog. I don't know what else is next. I don't know if this thing's two other moves. Probably Facade, Brave Bird. I don't know, I thought he would have had Roost instead, to be honest with you, not Protect, because he is wearing down his own Swallow at this point. But without Rocks, we aren't going to kill it in the next switch in. So we do just click Brave Bird here, not wanting to do any of that other malarkey. So we just click Brave Bird, because we're like, okay, screw it. And we do get the prediction right here, off a very button press there, and we knock out Scizor, and we also lose the Angelo in the process. So very offensive all down with that Scizor. So we knocked out Scizor, Manectric, Feraligatr, and Kricketune. All there's left is Sweller and Rotom, I think. Yeah, Sweller and Rotom. Sweller and Blaziken. I'm sorry, Sweller and Blaziken. I sent out Rotom. So we have our Scarf Rotom out here. Here comes that Swallow. Fortunately, no Rocks, so that's fine, but we do outspeed regardless. We are just going to click that Vote switch here and knock out Swallow. Alright, okay, he can go for Protect first. I don't really understand why. You're going for Protect here, you're just stalling turns. You're just stalling out your own Pokemon. If anything, you probably could have clicked Quick Attack if you hadn't done a chunk of damage, if not knock out Rotom. But apparently not, so you're gonna just lose the Volt. You're just gonna lose Swallow the Volt Switch here. So down goes Swallow. Finally, this bird goes down. Did a lot of nothing basically in this match. Cleared hazards, but did a lot of nothing. Now a lot of offensive presence from that Swallow. And now we're left with either Ribrianne with Unaware, or we go with Eileen. And I'm thinking Eileen because Ribrianne, hey, we can kind of clutch up. And I know Ribrianne doesn't have the best defense. So we do send out Mismagius here to kind of, what do you call it? Just kind of be a sacrificial pawn, so to speak. We do click the Spec Shadow Ball, mind you. Spec Shadow Ball. Detect. Detect works same as Protect, so guarantees speed boost here. That's fine, and we do see a +1 Blaziken on our screen. So very scary stuff right now. We do click Shadow Ball, because that is our only move. That is our only option we can do. And he has Blaze Kick on his Blaziken. And we do live that one Blaze Kick. Mind you, Blaze Kick is weaker than Flare Blitz. So, and it has a chance to miss. So if it was Flare Blitz, Mismagius definitely would have gone down. But fortunately for us, we do live one, and he misses here the second Blaze Kick. That's why I think people run Flare Blitz or Fire Punch over a Blaze Kick. That's what I think. That's what I'm thinking. But that could be the wrong train of thought as well. But we do end up getting the very, 3-0 victory. Very good 3-0 victory with Mismagius cleaning up. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you all next time. I'm running out of time.